Theo Botha was leading a big game hunt in Zimbabwe on Friday when his group walked into a path of a herd of breeding elephants. 3 of the elephants charged at the group. So Botha, who again was out there trying to hunt the elephants, started firing at the rampaging pack. But a 4th elephant surprised him, came in from the side, so it's kind of like a cut block. You know, Theo is engaged in the defensive lineman in front of him, and then somebody comes in from the side, cut blocks him, chop blocks him, and picks him up with the trunk. Okay? So big game hunter goes out looking for big game, stumbles upon breeding elephants. They get all upset because you know what? When you get walked in on, when you are breeding, you are upset. We've all been there. He gets charged. He starts firing at him, and then he gets sideswiped, and one of the elephants picks him up by the trunk. So then the other hunters in the group start shooting at the elephant that has picked this guy up with the trunk. They injure the animal, and they kill the animal, but the elephant falls on top of the big game hunter and crushes him to smithereens, and he's dead now. Now, I would be upset. I would be saddened because he leaves behind a wife and 5 kids, except that's a him problem. That's a him problem. He went out there and said, oh, look at this fun for sport. I am a human being. I own many guns. Because I am highest on food chain, I shall hunt you for sport. And I will now recruit other people to come do it with me. He specialized in hunting leopards and lions, which is even more of a bag move by him. He recruited wealthy American clients to go shoot for trophies out in Africa. And so, couldn't happen to a better guy. You know, the only upsetting thing here is that the elephant had to die in the meantime. But look, you chose it, buddy. You chose it. You thought you were big and cool and awesome because you could go hunt big, cool animals. And then the big, cool animals crushed your puny skull. I mean, just kind of feels like a good old-fashioned dose of karma, doesn't it? I wonder how looking at that casket goes. Yeah, we will now have the showing. You will not be able to identify Theo. His skull has been crushed into 1,000,000 pieces by the weight of an elephant. You know, look, I didn't grow up hunting, but I grew up fishing. And so, you know, I can't sit here and say I would never kill an animal. I couldn't sit out there in the woods and shoot a deer and watch that deer bleed out in front of me. Couldn't do it. It's just not in my DNA. But you can rationalize with me that controlling the deer population or going out and hunting ducks or pheasants or wild turkey makes sense because you know what, DA? You can eat those animals. And so we're going out there and we're hunting them. We're not only controlling the population, but we're actually going to cook them and eat them. You know what? If you honor the animal and you eat it, okay, I can understand it. Plus, there's about 1 billion deer everywhere I look, and people are just stepping outside of their house to do it. There's 1 billion turkeys and ducks and pheasants. Okay, I get it. But if you've got to fly halfway across the country to go hunt an animal that's already endangered, and you ain't eating elephant, ain't nobody going like, oh, yeah, we'll just put elephant in the crock pot. Like, you got something wrong with you. If you're hunting leopard or lions, again, nobody's like, you know what, we should really control the leopard population here. We need all you guys out there hunting. You know, I can't get down with that. I'm sorry. I ain't down with that cause. And the idea that you are going to lead a massive type of big game hunt across seas. Why? Because I can. Like for me, my hobbies, watching sports, playing some golf, trying to stay active, watching movies, things of this nature. These are things that make me happy. These are things that I like to pass my time with. Travel. One of the things I don't say is, I'd like to go across seas and kill huge exotic creatures. That's the one thing I'm really looking forward to doing. Like, what do you got on tap this vacation? You know what? I'm going to try to rip through a Game of Thrones marathon. That's cool. What are you doing? I'm going to go hunt the biggest piece of wildlife possible that's endangered and kill them just for sport. Oh, cool. Nice. That's how you pass your time? Nice. Like if every South African big game hunter was killed because an elephant crushed his skull, I think I'd be okay with that. I think I'd be totally fine with that. I'd feel like, oh, okay, you know what? That's that karmic balance in nature and wildlife in the world that I think we need.